Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the video. This is going to be part 2 of the video. I'm sorry the intros are kind of funny and the outros, but again, videos were getting a little too long, so I'm just going to go ahead and split it up into 2 videos, but this one is just part 2 of my Disney World trip, and I hope you enjoy it. So the whole reason for this trip, I have always wanted to do the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. Like, I honestly think it's way funner as an adult than as a kid. I know that might be crazy to think, but you know, the Food and Wine Festival, you know, we got there when it opened. We knocked out all the main rides first, and after that, which I'm going to do in my next video about some, you know, do's, don'ts, you know, things that are worth it, things that kind of aren't, and kind of the souvenirs that I got while I was at Disney. But we went to the Food and Wine Festival. I'll show you kind of just the food we ate, the drinks.
Have to be fancy. Pinky out. Exquisite.
You know, what we kind of followed along. They have the little passport pamphlet that you can follow along on. And I will tell you what, I watched so many videos, people talking about it, that you couldn't do it in a day. And I don't think they emphasized how difficult it is even to get through like 3 or 4 booths. So just a little bit of our experience. We started in the Australia booth, and then we kind of went around from there. And I'll go into more detail this in my next video. You have the little Food and Wine passport little thing that shows everything there. But then you can also buy this, and it's a little scavenger hunt. Help remain as he ventures around Epcot to collect the ingredients for his signature dish, ratatouille. And so it's a scavenger hunt at every booth. I don't know if I took a picture of it. I will put it in there. As long as I did. You literally look for the little Remy statue, and he has different ingredients, and you stick the sticker on there and you get a souvenir once you complete it, or I think it was $4 to pay for that. And you get a little ramekin, which I'll show in this too, but also in my souvenir packet video. And you know, we ate breakfast that day, so we had something on our stomachs. But I was like, okay, no problem. We're going to be able to do this in a day. And I was so wrong. I wish I had scheduled, you know, we got to stay 5 days so we could do the other half. After it was really after Canada, going into, I think, France. Oh my gosh, France. We ate there and had drinks there. We hit a wall after France. You know, at France, there's the Ireland booth. I really wanted to do that booth so bad, but I was toasted, and it was hot, and I had a lot of cheese in France. And so we kind of just hopped around after that point. We went to a Spain booth, and after that, I think we went all the way to Japan. We went in China in the gift shops there, and I totally forgot to get chopsticks. I always get chopsticks while we're there. But I just totally like hit a wall. So again, that night, it ended up raining, and then we took the Skyliner back to the Caribbean resort, and we just kind of hung out that night. We actually had dinner at our resort that night, and I'll tell you, like, it was, I mean, it's a lot of food. And I'll post a picture of that here. And my husband got like the half chicken with rice, and it has something in it else in it. But I got like a platter, and I was like, okay, this isn't going to be too much. It was so much food. It was so much food. I was not expecting it, and it was delicious. Honestly, one of the top meals that we ate there, honestly. Then the next day we did Animal Kingdom. You know, Animal Kingdom on Saturday was open 9 to 8, but every other day it's all the other days during the week it's only open 8 to 7. And so we got there basically when it opened. We had, we got on Flight of Passage, no problem. Then we did, well, first we did the safari. Oh my gosh. I was really, really excited to go on Kilimanjaro Safari. I have seen all the things about the baby hippo, baby hippo, baby hippo. I did not realize how many babies there actually were at Animal Kingdom right now. I did not get to see the baby hippo. I'm so upset. I did not get to see him, but I understand he's only out for a little bit because he is so like rambunctious right now. And apparently there's a baby zebra there too. We didn't see hardly any zebras while we were there, which is kind of weird. I feel like I always see zebras on that safari, but we saw a baby rhino. This is definitely the closest I have ever seen one of the rhinos on the safari. We got to see the baby giraffe. That was really exciting. Didn't realize that they had a baby giraffe there. I think they had a young elephant. I don't know how old it was. Didn't really mention that. Crocodiles were back. The last time I went, the crocodiles were all gone because they were getting their checkups done. But we did that. We did Flight of Passage. But we then had, this is probably the day we had the most reservations, things to do. We had Tusker House reservations at 11:35. And I was I really didn't know what to expect. I haven't really seen a lot of videos on Tusker House, because last time we went, you get the buffet as much as you want. Obviously with COVID, it's not happening right now. So it's family style. So what it is, you sit down, they bring food to you, and it is back to back to back. It is so quick. Honestly, last time we went to Tusker House, they were transitioning from breakfast to lunch. That is the best time to go. I'm not sure how it works with it being family style right now, but whenever they bring that buffet back, go when they're doing breakfast to lunch because you get a taste of everything. But we went during lunch, and I'll post more photos of that. The character dining, I still think it's worth it. They stand at a distance at your table. We got photos with all of them. We saw people obviously don't listen, or just don't listen. So a lot of we had a family in our room trying to get up next to the character, and the character kept backing up, and they had one of the cast members come in and step in and be like, hey, like, you have to stay at your table. So that's just how it is right now, and that's just safety precautions. But back to the food was actually really good. It was a lot. We didn't finish it because we had breakfast that morning. I told myself I shouldn't have eaten breakfast that day. But, we ended up starting in Africa and making our way around where Asia would be the last stop in Animal Kingdom. So, we did dinosaur, and we did all the trail walks. We saw a baby gorilla. Oh my gosh. I didn't know there was a baby gorilla. Freaking month old or something like that, and I had no idea what people were looking at, and we were just like standing with the glasses, and the mom rolled over. She had the baby with her, and I was like, what in the world? And then they had like a 3-month-old, another young gorilla. Had no idea. I don't know if it was just the time of year, but I have never seen so many baby animals at Animal Kingdom, and I was so happy that we were able to experience that. Then we ended up doing Everest 2 times, and I love that ride. But I'll tell you what, I am one to be prone to motion sickness, and usually on roller coasters I'm all good, but something about that, as I have gotten older, about going backwards on that roller coaster, like going back and then up, I don't know what it is, but the second time we rode it, the first time I was like, okay, like, I'm fine. Second time, not that I was going to throw up, but I was a little nauseous. And we walked around the shops for a little bit, but we said, hey, let's go back to Epcot. We didn't get to do, I'm totally blanking. But we ended up going back to Epcot, took a bus over, and went back to Epcot for a couple hours. Well, not even, no. We went back, did that ride, and like I was saying, back on Epcot, the day when we left, it started pouring the rain. And so we went back and did the donut box, and we got the box of donuts. So my husband really wanted to do that, so we got that, and we just walked on back to the Skyliner and took the Skyliner back to our resort. We, at that point, I think it was like six something, but we kind of just sat and ate the donuts and then relaxed. And, you know, we got ready for dinner reservations because we had dinner at Ohana's at 9 o'clock, but I wanted to go a little bit early so we could go to the bar before them. So we just kind of relaxed and we caught the bus over to Magic Kingdom. It was like, oh gosh, it was like 8 something. So we were kind of pushing it. So Ohana's, we went to the bar before. I got the pineapple, the lapu lapu. It was great. You know, we kind of just sat and relaxed, and then we got seated. And this was the night that was our serious 1 year. It was like actually our 1 year anniversary. And so that was kind of special. And, you know, we got seated by the windows. You could still see the fireworks going on. And, you know, that has the lake in the middle. You have Polynesian, Grand Floridian, and then Magic Kingdom on the other side. So it was really cool being able to see the fireworks. It's kind of the same situation. It was a family style meal as Tusker House, but you know, they used to bring everything on skewers as much as you want, and it's still the same situation, but it's family style where they just bring everything to you. They don't have anything on skewers anymore because they can't bring it table to table. So first, you know, we had a salad, we had the dumplings, the noodles. Oh, I love the dumplings there. It was one of my favorites. We had shrimp, and shrimp is so good too. How, you know, so much food. We ate a lot that day. And then it was, again, it's like back to back to back. And it was, I mean, it was phenomenal. That restaurant still never disappoints, even though you don't get everything on big skewers. But it is definitely 100% worth it, and definitely try to go there while the fireworks are going off. There's just kind of something about it with the lake, and then they have light up floats going around. It's definitely, I think, definitely worth it. So that was a great experience. Sadly, we had to check out the next day, but we got breakfast. I was able to snag lunch reservations because we didn't have to get picked up by the Magical Express until 2:45. So it's really nice that we're still able to leave our luggage at the bellhop if we still wanted to go to the park, or if you still wanted to go get lunch somewhere before you head off on your flight. So we just took the Skyliner over there, had lunch there. It was really good. I mean, I love having lunch there. We did that before. I got the idea because my dad did that for us when we were getting ready to fly back home. So it's just a really nice lunch place. They have great sandwiches, great food. Ice cream is amazing. I really wanted to get, they have a new souvenir like sink. You know, they have everything but the kitchen sink, and my family always does that because there's a bunch of us and we do that. But they have like a Mickey and Minnie little souvenir sink, like plastic sink, that they just have a smaller portion in basically of the kitchen sink. And I really wanted that, but I was like, I'm not going to try to stuff that in my suitcase when we get back because I definitely did not have room, and I'll explain that a little bit more in my next video. But, you know, we ended up just getting milkshakes to go because we finished up lunch about 1 o'clock, and we got milkshakes to go, and we had an excellent server there. He was so nice, and he ended up getting us anniversary cupcakes for when we left. And I hate because we were so stuffed. We had like a couple bites out of each, but then had to throw them away because we couldn't take them, you know, to the airport. But I really was thinking about staying at the beach because just the location. There's something about that location that is amazing. You could walk to the entrance of the International Gateway of Epcot. You could take a bus to wherever you needed. You take a boat right over to Hollywood Studios, or you could catch a Skyliner over the Riviera. There was just something about that location that was amazing. And I definitely don't regret staying at the Caribbean beach, but you know, we could have spent a couple, like $400 more dollars and been able to stay at the yacht, and I mean the beach club, and I think it would have been worth it. This trip, I just really wanted to soak in my time with my husband while I had it. And, you know, I just really wanted to soak that time in. I didn't want to pull my phone out and video constantly. But this next trip, you know, we took a family vacation last year. I was like, I'm going to vlog this. No, I mean, 2 years ago. Didn't vlog it. I didn't vlog this trip. I just took a lot